Alright everybody, hello and welcome as always. I am Sean, this is In The Mixer, episode 69, which is hilarious, giggle giggle, our final episode of our Hashtag United series in Football Manager 2019. I have loved this series, it has been fantastic. Even the shit parts I've enjoyed quite a bit. I hope you guys have enjoyed it well, and hopefully we can give it the send-off it deserves in this episode. We've got two massive fixtures, our final league game of the season against Everton. We are fingers, toes, arms, eyes, ears, whatever you can cross them now, that Wolves can get a point against Tottenham and we can leapfrog Tottenham into first spot. Alternatively, we need them to beat Wolves by like one goal and we put about 6 or 7 past Everton. Not outside the realms of possibilities, but definitely going to be tough. And then our last fixture is going to be the Champions League final against Paris Saint-Germain in Ukraine. There's a big gap between those two games, 20 days off, so we've got plenty of time to do our training. If any injuries get picked up or knocks or whatever else, we can recover. But two massive games to finish off the series. We are pretty much following straight on from that last episode where we did play Tottenham, got that 0-0 draw in the second leg after winning 3-1 in the first. Our Premier League form hasn't been great. It's not quite bottle territory, it's a little bit bottle territory, but I don't want to talk about it. 1-0 defeat to Burnley and a 3-2 defeat to Manchester City. Very disappointing. I really kind of regret rotating as much as we did for this game against Burnley. We probably could have played a full strength lineup, given them a rest day and then gone in full strength to the game against Tottenham. We rotated quite a bit and it cost us in the end, but we do still have one last opportunity. Odds are against this, but this is the lineup that we're going to go with. Of course, our hashtag 4-4-2 shape. We're playing pretty much our strongest 11 that's available. Lukungu in goal, Berger and Tortelli as the wing backs, Digby and Bradbrook as the central defensive partnership, Akanovic and Kwakwa as the central midfield partnership, Howell on the left wing, who's now back from his injury, Navarro on the right, and Van Dam and Nen up top. Good depth on the bench. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. They've kind of been up and down in the last few years, Everton. They had Marcus Rashford until he retired last season. I think they still had Moise Kean randomly. They'd signed him. Like he wasn't in there at the start of this database, but they've got him again throughout the course of the seasons. But they're now transitioning to being like a full regen team, and they're not quite as good as they used to be. Passionately, let's say we can potentially clinch the title. They haven't responded that well, so let's just say we have faith in everyone. And hopefully that is enough to push us onto a good performance. I hope so. We would like to win, but really, we need Wolves to do us a massive favour. Now, Tottenham did lose to Swansea earlier in this season. Swansea aren't a good team, but Wolves are kind of struggling. They're clear and they're safe in the division this season, so they don't have a tremendous amount to play for, but hopefully they can do us a massive favour and still have a say in the title race. Lichy with the ball forward now to Vrushina, out to Angua, who they were highlighted as being their star player before the match. Back to Lichy again. We're getting the press into good areas, isolating in 1v1s. They've released the ball into the corner, but Berger should tidy up without any dramas. Van Dam with the ball now. Crossfield switch towards Nen, who does an excellent touch and then gets the strike away to finish far post. It's an excellent finish. Fans chanting his name. The defenders are convinced. So he's going to go look at VAR for a potential offside. If this goes to it does. It goes straight to the replay, which means it was clear. Van Dam, yeah, it's an excellent pass. He's right on the shoulder, but he was definitely onside. It's an excellent touch there to bring it down and keep it in front of him, and then smacks it low and hard across the goalkeeper. So we're doing our part. We're doing all we can. I can't see the latest scores because, of course, that's decided that it wants to disappear on us. But we don't know how Tottenham's doing in their game. I assume that they're doing all right. Howell plays the ball back to Akanovic. A crossfield switch towards Navarro. Out to Tortelli. Deep one across towards Howe, gets the header away, but it's too high. It was on target, but just too much height on it. As things currently stand, Tottenham is still drawing in their game 12 minutes in, so we would go above them if Wolves can hold on for us. Ball forward to Lichy. Berger now. Bursting forward, he's got space in front of him. Crossfield switch towards Nen off the shoulder again. Can he find the finish? He does. It's a pretty similar goal to the first one, just that off the shoulder run. Does phenomenally well to bring it down and then smashes it home for his 27th goal of the season. I mentioned it, I think, in the last episode or the episode before. Nen started the season so incredibly well. He had about 20 goals to January, I think, and then it kind of dried up for him a little bit. He did have an injury in that time as well, and he hasn't really accelerated through to get to 30 or 40 that he was on track for early in the season. Wrigley now with the corner. It's a good header. They've pulled one back. Jasper Dello, who's a very good player. We've looked at him a bunch of times. Was previously a wonder kid, a Belgian ball-playing defender, but we just couldn't ever get him. I think any bid we tried to put in for him, they wanted like £200 million, which is crazy. It's a good corner routine. It's a good header. And if goal difference is going to come down to it, disappointing that we haven't been able to maintain a clean sheet. Throw in here, Berger to take. Forward to Van Dam, back to Berger, into Howe. Finds Akanovic. Back to Howell again. Good strike from Paul Howe. 15th goal of the season for him. He's had an excellent year. Definitely taking his game to another level, the 20-year-old English wonder kid. And that's his first goal back since injury, and it is an excellent strike. It's a nice little play here. Finds Ekanovich. We just don't force anything. And then this reverse pass is the one that kills him. Takes a touch, gets it back on his right foot. He's either footed somehow, but I'm going to say his right foot, and smacks it into the top corner. Keeper couldn't do too much about that one. Wrigley now with a free kick. It's not a bad effort. Lukungu with the ball forward, finds Digby. Ekanovich now goes to Howe. Van Dam out wide to Berger. Excellent overlapping run. Can he get the cut back towards Nen? It's a good header. Hits the deck. Navarro with the strike at an empty net, and the angle was just too much for him, and he puts it wide. Balabi now with the ball forward. Navarro should bring it down. He lets it run to Tortelli. Bradbrook out wide to Navarro. Can we go forward again? There's a deep one there. Dello gets it out. Digby should win the header. Only as far as Daniels, who comes forward now. Wrigley's gotten goal side. Berger comes across. He takes a touch around him. It's a good finish. Dean Wrigley to make it 3-2. It would be much better if we were 3-0 up and on for an outside chance of scoring 7 goals, but in reality, they are counter-attacking quite effectively. It's a good ball towards Wrigley, and Berger comes across, and the touch around him is pretty straightforward. Lukungu just couldn't get his angle sorted quick enough, and they find they're not equaliser, but they do pull one back. Deep free kick now, Wrigley to take. It's towards back post. Ekanovich gets it away. Howell will clear it out, and that's the end of that highlight. Alright, so Tottenham have taken a lead. I just spotted it then before we went into half-time. We're on 12 shots, 6 on target, 49% possession. They've had 5, 3 and 51. Still 3-2 up. We need to score, I think, 8 goals to actually get ahead on goal difference. And let's just tell everyone we believe in them. Actually, we might as well go for it, shouldn't we? If we've got to score a whole bunch of goals, let's go down swinging. We'll go to our attacking structure, and we'll start our second half. So Tottenham have taken the lead. Hopefully, Wolves can pull something back. Why can't I see it? I'm guessing it's down here somewhere. Ball back to Ali Kurt in midfield. Played forward to the goal scorer Wrigley. Looks for the overlapping run of Leachy. Good cut back. Daniels with the header, and thankfully it's just wide. Berger now with the throw in. Finds Howe. Reverse pass to Van Dam. Out to Howe again. Deep one across towards Nen. It hits the deck. Nen strikes the crossbar, and somehow it doesn't cross the line. Berger now with the throw in. Finds Howe to Ekanovich. Top of the box. It's a good strike towards that far corner that Howe scored in earlier, but it's just wide. Let's make our subs. Tortelli's not having the greatest game. We'll bring on Eric Rapp, give him a bit of a farewell. Navarro's not playing that well either, so we'll bring on Holden, and Bradbrook's struggling, so we'll bring on Shreko Kupic, and passionately say I have faith in the 3 of them. I'm starting to think maybe Wolves don't have it in them. I don't know why that result keeps disappearing. It's quite frustrating, but let's also use our get creative shout for the last 20 minutes. Let's go demand more and see if we can push forward. I don't think Tottenham have gone 2-0 up, which is devastating, but is there any late drama to be added on in additional time here? Look, we did all we could. We won our game. I just regret rotating against Burnley the way that we did. We should have just tried to take the W. And potentially we should have done better against Manchester City as well. I dare say the referee's about to call full time on the season. And he does. We haven't done enough to win the league. Passionately, let's just say, good work out there, lads. You did what was needed of you today. And really, Tottenham are very, very good. I don't make any excuses. They're a good team. But it's so fucking frustrating considering how long we're actually on top 4 here to then 2 games out from the end of the season, drop down into second spot. 90 points in the end, usually most to win the league, plus 48 goal difference, 29 wins, 3 draws, and 6 losses. What can make this up to me, this disheartening defeat, is beating Paris Saint-Germain or PSG, I should just say, because people say Paris Saint-Germain. Tottenham have done the double. Fuck Tottenham. They won the Community Shield. I don't know if that actually constitutes a double, guys, but okay. Look back on a lot of pride. We were expected to finish, I think, 10th and finished in runners-up position. Nen, fantastic with his 2 goals. We'll give him some praise. And we get 44 million for finishing in second place in the Premier League. 2.1 to be shared out amongst the squad. Well and truly deserved, but our season is not yet over. We are now, through the magic of editing, going to jump forward to the game against PSG now. Alright, and just like that, we are 20 days further ahead. We may not have won the Premier League, but we do have a fantastic opportunity to win the Champions League final. 35-year-old Kylian Mbappe is the French international captain and also the captain at PSG. Still a very, very good player, despite his kind of declining physical attributes that kind of define his early game. Pellegrini, they've picked him up from Monaco at some point throughout the course of this series. £116 million, just a cool, easy £116 million. He's a beast in this game. They got a fair few very, very good players as well. Aaron is a Spanish right midfielder that they're using as a wing back. Just a very, very good player. We looked at him a while ago, back I think before they picked him up from Barcelona. And then they've also got the likes of Peter Santiago, who I think we've actually played against before when he was at Man City. Van de Gevel, who we played against when he was at Liverpool. And Renatinho, their number 10, one of the best players in the world, consistently linked with moves to the Premier League. Looks to be quite good as well. So they are a good side, but we are as well. 4-4-2 hashtag United shape. Only one real change that prevents us putting our best lineup out there. Digby's got a knock, so Kupic will come in as that left-sided centre-back. Otherwise, Lukangu in goal, Berger and Tortelli as the wing-backs. Bradbrook will partner Kupic in defence. Ikanovic and Kwakwa as the two central midfielders. Paul Howe will continue to try and get some match fitness back on the left wing. Navarro on the right, and Van Dam and then up top. Passionately, we're going to say, I know we're underdogs here, but let's go out and get it. Passionate boys, I have faith in you. Passionate boys, I have faith in you. Passionate boys, I have faith in you. And if that's not enough to get us through, then, like we're screwed. It's either going to be a hell of a bottle job or a tremendous triumph to win the Champions League at the first time of asking. And it could really go either way, if I'm being honest. We've got to throw in here. Berger to take, finds Van Dam, flicks it on towards Howe. Can he get a good ball in? Backstick towards Navarro. He wins his header, and it's just past the far post. Goalkeeper was scrambling. You'd think anything on target would have gone in for a goal. Van de Gevel with the corner now. Headed away comfortably by Kupic, then by Ikanovic. Van Dam should get first to the rebound. We are counter-attacking and getting some numbers forward. Berger, excellent run into midfield here. Can switch it out to Navarro and does now on the right wing. Goes around the outside of Peter Santiago. They've given a penalty. Are they going to do a VAR review? Is there VAR in Champions League? I can't remember. Ikanovic is going to take. He's a decent penalty taker, but he has had some howling misses before as well. Yeah, and that's another one to add to the book. Villagra dives to his left and saves. Why do I jinx things? Why do I open my stupid mouth? Navarro to take the resulting corner. Ikanovic with the flick on header. Van Dam was in the area, but Villagra does very well again. Comes across, scrambles, and claims. They're not transitioning particularly quickly, which is good. And that brings a highlight to the end. Berger's picked up a yellow card. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Finch is on the bench. But in reality, Berger's one of our best players. We want to try and keep him out there as much as we can. Right, Berger comes forward. Renatinho with the tackle. Aaron now into Peter Santiago. To Mbappe. Into Renatinho again. Forward to Pellegrini. Crossfield switch to Van de Gevel. He has gotten in behind for the first time. Now we've given away a stupid penalty. Tortelli had no reason. There was no one in the middle for the cross. Had no reason to make that challenge. Mbappe's going to take. And hopefully we can see another save. Lukangu, again, this is definitely a game for the goalkeepers. Gets down to his right and pushes it around the post. We're going to use our Get Creative shout. The resulting corners to be taken short here to Mbappe. All the way back to Dario. And we reset our defensive line. Peter Santiago on the right-hand side. And thankfully, the highlight comes to an end. So it's definitely a game of goalkeepers so far in the opening 40 minutes or so. Both sides missing penalties. Ivanicha. Ikanovic with a good header. It's going to come to Kwakwa. He can play Van Dam into space. Instead, he gives it straight back to Peter Santiago. Poor area. Aaron now steps inside. Crossfield switch. Tortelli recovers. Bradbrook out to Navarro. Navarro coming forward. He squares it to Nen. There's another square on if we can find Van Dam. And the finish. And it hits the inside of the post. And somehow Villagra catches the rebound. And it doesn't scramble around the 18-yard box. There's a couple of players who have been called up for World Cup duty as well. I don't know exactly who it was. Most of the Belgians are there. Most of the English players are there, which is cool. We've now got 3 or 4 English players in that squad. Passionately, we're going to tell everyone here, I know we're underdogs, but give the fans performance to cheer for. Assertively, you weren't that bad, but you can improve. You weren't that bad, but you can improve. You weren't that bad, but you can improve. The only one that missed out was Tortelli, which is disappointing for him. He's been excellent since we picked him up on loan from AC Milan. But we want them to all be retaining their focus on the next half of this match. I really want to win. Navarro with a short corner to Howe. Can we get the ball in the box? Ikanovic front post. It scrambles around and Villagra does very well. We've got another penalty. I've no idea what that one was for. Ikanovic is going to get a chance at redemption. Just blast it down the middle. Please. Oh, thankfully, the keeper did guess the right way, but he manages to put that one away for his 12th goal of the season. He's been excellent so far this year, Ikanovic, and had a strong finish to the year. He made the team of the season for the Premier League. I won the manager of the season, and I think Nen got the leading goal scorer as well. So a couple of individual awards in there, but really, I just want the Champions League trophy. Van de Gevel puts a ball in, and Lukangu with an excellent save to deny Dario, and we scramble it out for a corner. So there's still life in this one yet. Van de Gevel's going to take the corner. It comes out very quickly, and I think we've won a free kick. Dario pushed Lukangu as he came for the ball. 30 minutes remaining. I don't want to risk this Jeremy Berger yellow card, so we're going to bring on Finch, even though he is a step down. Van Dam hasn't played well, so we'll give George Sosa some time. And I'm going to hold on to the last sub for the last 10 minutes. And let's also use our Get Creative shout. See if we can inspire everyone to go and find that second goal, which would hopefully seal the tie. Alright, 10 minutes remaining, so we're going to make our last sub. Kanovic is struggling a little bit, so we're going to bring on Colbass. And faith in him, we want him to win. And let's just demand more for the last 10 minutes. Maybe should we go cautious? They've got a highlight here. Let's just see how it plays out before we change any mentalities. Van de Gevel into Peter Santiago. We've recovered the ball in a high area. We've got men forward. So 3v2 here if we can work it correctly. Navarro with an excellent run. Square it up, Navarro. Oh, he had 2 men square. Oh, Jesus. Okay, 4 minutes to be added on. We're through 3 minutes and 50 seconds of it now. Please, referee, just call full time. Quackwa wins the ball back. Sosa now with the ball. Burst forward. Can he find the strike? Peter Santiago pushes the ball to Quackwa. It's a poor ball out wide to Tortelli. Come on, referee. Blow your whistle. Give me that trophy. I need it. I want it. We've done it. We've won the UEFA Champions League at the first time of asking. Our very first season qualifying for any European competition, and we've managed to win it. 10 shots, 5 on target, 51% of the ball for PSG. 11 shots, 7 on target, 49% possession. 2 missed penalties in that game. A penalty eventually won it for us. Really end-to-end stuff. Could have gone either way. Passionately say, that was really special, lads. Nobody gave you a chance. Well done. So while it would have been great to win the Premier League and have that final day drama, leapfrog Tottenham into top spot, at least we have made the most of our appearance in the Champions League final. And that should boost our UEFA coefficient quite a bit. Hashtag United lift the Champions League on a fine summer's evening at NEC Olympiaski. Hashtag United lifted the Champions League to complete a fairy tale journey for the team. Lukaku got the Man of the Match award with his penalty save. He was absolutely excellent. Our pivotal match was the 3-2 away win against Porto in the group stages, and Chris Lukaku, 7.41 average match rating, definitely helped us get that trophy. Thrilled to win it. Thrive under that sort of pressure. Everybody wanted to win this. I think the squad's going to be a real force. The performance was fantastic. I'm absolutely delighted to win. And what was this one? Today saw a remarkable 3 penalties. Whatever. I don't care. We won. Who gives a shit? Give 15 penalties as long as we win. Who's going to win the best player in Europe? Surely it's one of our players because we won the Champions League. But Sona Karaman for Manchester United is a very, very good player. Hashtag United received 17.05 million. We made our promise to Nen. He wanted to win the Champions League. We had to do it. We've done that now. I'm now the cream of Australian managers, which means I've won 6 domestic divisions, 2 domestic cups, other club trophies for 345 scores. It's not that high. I think Sir Alex Ferguson has like 3,000. So yeah, definitely not the biggest list that we need to get on top of. I appear here a couple of different times with Melbourne City saves that I've done throughout the course of the series as well. Hashtag United fans worship in the mixer. We were 71-1 pre-season odds of winning the Champions League. It is the toughest competition in the world. We've managed to win it with the club, which is fantastic. And it's weird that we've won the Champions League before we've actually won the regular league. Border thrilled, which is fantastic. Hashtag United have been given 6.6 million in Champions League television revenue. 994k, not that any of this matters. 5.54 million for the squad. And Champions League review, biggest overachievers, hashtag United, and we look back fondly on the match itself. They had quite a few good players. Lenny Boyer for PSG got 12 goals. Michael van der Gavel got 8 assists and also 8.13, the highest match rating available. Oh God, there's not really anything else left to do now, other than say thank you to everybody that's watched the series. Like, the channel's growing incredibly while we've had this one going. I'm not a fool. I know that we're piggybacking a little bit on the success and popularity of hashtag United. But really, I just appreciate everyone that's ever watched one of these videos, even if just for a minute, that you've swung in, checked it out, thought his accent's shit or he doesn't know what he's doing, and then left. I still just appreciate you being involved in anyway. Super excited for what's going to come with FM20. Super excited to continue growing the channel into the new season and into the new version of the game. You don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe. Just thank you so much for going on this wonderful journey. And the only thing left is to show you guys a little bit of a sneak peek, which should be coming up now.